Hello there, Internet. Hang on, let me adjust the music a little bit. Because my voice is now perfectly clear and loud. Yeah, I think this is fine. Okay, I'm gonna actually end the stream. Not end the stream here, but I was actually watching my stream to determine the optimal volume of the music. I'm just gonna turn that off. And I'm actually gonna turn off the browser altogether. I'm gonna put on some music of my own. There. Now we're vibing. Okay, so yeah. Hang on, why is my avatar not picking up my... Oh no, scuff stream again. Why are you not picking up my... microphone? What is going on here? Why did it reset to my... Okay. I have no idea why it reset my microphone, but... It's fixed now. Well, yeah. As you can see, I have a brand new background music. My entire channel just got a complete overhaul. I got art, I got banners, I got a little icons on the bottom. I also got a Twitter now. Because, of course, you need to have a Twitter. Panels, yeah, that's what they're called. They're panels. Yeah, I just completely overhauled everything. Not just the sound and visuals, but the channel as well. Because it desperately needed it. I was literally... When I had put absolutely no work into this channel at the start. Like, I literally just downloaded OBS. I didn't even make an avatar. Just used the stock avatar. But yeah, I just downloaded OBS, I used the stock avatar, and I just press stream. Yeah, you are not going to get very far with just that. You actually need to put some work into your channels. And well, that's what I've been doing for, I got like 2 or 3 days. Just adjusting the sound, adjusting the quality of the stream, getting background art, getting channel art, music. Oh, music wasn't too difficult to find. I'm a big fan of the artist, the Fat Rat, so it was basically a no-brainer that I'm gonna use his music. But yeah, I think I've finally elevated my channel to not a professional level, but at least a level that is expected, like the bare minimum. But yeah, if anyone actually ends up watching this, you need to put some work into your channel and into your social media. Like, you can't go into this blind. You need to do your research. YouTube is full of videos with good advice. Even settings on OBS, like I've used some of those settings to see which one fits my microphone the best, and this one seems to be the one I like the most. I'll see, but I'll watch the VOD and see how the audio actually was. I've actually put some more work into my character. I have emotes now. A wave. I can thumbs up. I have no idea where my other hand is up, but I guess it just mirrors what's happening on the other side without the emote. But yeah. I can nod. I can disapprove. I can disapprove in an annoying... I love this. I actually made this one. An annoyed face. Because that's basically me. I'm annoyed at everything. If something doesn't go my way, I just get annoyed. And I just keep on being annoyed until I fix it or solve it. I'm stubborn. Somewhat. But yeah, this is like a happy face. And yeah, I know my bottom teeth are still clipping through my cheeks. I have absolutely no idea why that's happening. I'm gonna fire up Vero Studios after this stream, or maybe tomorrow, to try and figure out what is wrong with that. But yeah, this is like sad. This is just happy. Yeah. What a happy little boy. This is me being angry. You have pissed me off. And this is just a neutral face. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this audio settings. I think they turned out pretty well. Even when I speak in a much more quieter voice, the microphone still picks them up. Perhaps one day I'll make an ASMR stream. Actually, no, that is never going to happen. If I ever did that, my wife would murder me. Like, literally, she would just pull out the knife and just murder me. Actually, now that I think about it, if she ever watches this VOD, he's gonna murder me anyway. Yeah, I really didn't think that through. Oh well. If if you never hear from me again, you know why. But yeah, basically just spending the last few days working on everything, on the settings, and trying to flesh out my character, because I'm not going to be using this basic model forever. Actually, in the future, I do want to commission someone to make a custom model for me. But until that happens, I need to work on the character I want to create. I already have a pretty good idea. I mean, I didn't name myself Aventine or Aventine, depending on who says it. I have heard both sides, but the proper pronunciation is Aventine. But I do like Aventine as well. But yeah, I didn't name myself Aventine for nothing. There is a reason for that. And the JA after that, there's a reason for that as well. So I have already put a reasonable amount of thought into my character and lore. I do have my lore almost figured out. Maybe I'll talk about it a little bit. Going to be a lore from a parallel universe. Yeah, original, I know. But yeah, the original part is that it's not from some kind of a parallel universe where the Earth is different. No, it's pretty much all the same. Up to a point. The Earth is going to experience let's say a ecological collapse. And humans are the cause. Because of course we are. But yeah, the lore is basically going to cover like a few hundred years from like the present day, like 2022, and then like 200 or 300 years of what transpires to the planet and humanity. And it's not good. Humanity basically keeps on using all of Earth's resources. They keep polluting the planet, wiping out basically everything. Plants, insects, animals, everything keeps dying and going extinct. And because we keep overpopulating the planet, there comes a point where there is just not enough to go around. And not just food, just resources in general. And you can pretty much figure out what's going to happen from there. No, we're not going to band together and save the planet. We're going to nuke ourselves. Because of course we do. That's what humans do. We're stupid. So yeah, there are going to basically be wars. Lots and lots of, well, not lots of wars, but it's going to be a huge war. Not exactly a war to end all wars, but we are going to lower our population from like 12 billion to just 3. You might ask, what now? Is now humanity going to band together and basically save itself? Of course not. It wouldn't be humanity if we didn't reach our absolute low before we change. Some moron actually got the bright idea to unleash a bioweapon to lower our population even more. Because that's what we needed. The problem is the bioweapon didn't work on humans. Well, it worked, but only to extent. It killed like 1 or 2% of the 3 billion, but that was about it. It was completely ineffective against humans. What it was effective against was, well, everything else. Whatever animals, plants, insects, bacteria remained, the bioweapon basically wiped them all out. But the worst part is, it didn't just wipe them out, it completely unraveled their DNA. So, even if you found like a dead animal or fossil, you basically completely screwed because its DNA was completely fucked. And you couldn't clone it or do anything with it. So you couldn't even create a new ecosystem. And well, as you might have figured out, having absolutely no life on the planet is not exactly good. We've turned our planet into a barren wasteland. A lifeless dead rock. And with no plants, there was nothing left to filter the CO2 and produce oxygen. So from those 3 billion, humanity was reduced to just under 1 billion. The only reason we survived was because we enclosed ourselves into like pressurized biodomes. That was sealed away from the outside environment. And that's where humanity survived. Well, emphasis on the survive. We didn't really live because there was nothing to live for. There was basically no job market, no capitalism, no nothing. Everyone had to work. Like if you didn't work, you were basically completely useless. So yeah, humanity survived in those biodomes for about a century before we started to pick ourselves up, started to like produce some kind of plant life and animals, but only from like the genetic materials that was already stored in our databases. But it wasn't enough to restore the biosphere. The biosphere was basically completely gone. Like I say, the planet was left as a rock. So we started looking towards the stars to try and figure out if we can maybe colonize another planet, use its resources and its life to bring life back to Earth. But yeah, for that we would actually have to figure out space travel. We did, but only in our own solar system. And that just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough to bring like resources back to Earth to expand the biodome so our population can start increasing. And over the century it did increase. Started to increase from like those 900 million to 2 billion and 3 billion. It wasn't too bad. But yeah, there was still pretty much nothing to look forward to. Humanity was like a zombie at this point. Just go to work, do your job, go home and sleep. And that was it. We were basically a hopeless species. I don't know if I should talk more about the lore. I don't want to give it all away, but I mean, who's gonna watch this? Maybe I can just lay out the lore all the way to where my character comes in. Well, future character. Oh yeah. Humanity was basically well, I say colonizing. It wasn't really colonizing. We weren't building colonies. We were building more like mining outposts in our own solar system. Moons of Jupiter and Saturn. Mars, not much Mars. There wasn't much there. But the moon, yeah. There was a huge mining operation on the moon because, well, helium-free, of course, for our fusion reactors. With that, we basically have an unlimited energy source. It didn't pollute the planet, so yeah, bonus points. But we are still on a lifeless rock with only like the basic plant and animal life that I guess we had stored in our databases, their DNA, that we could reproduce, like cows, sheep, pigs, and stuff like that, grass, wheat, corn. That's just basic stuff like that. And that's what humanity was surviving on for 100 years. However, before everything went to shit, there was actually a few scientists that did foresee the complete collapse of the biosphere and, well, wanted to preserve it because they still believed that humanity could come together and change and become better. So they set up on a project that took them, my gosh, nearly like 15-20 years. They were basically starting to take samples of, well, everything. Bacteria, plants, animals, everything that they could possibly find. They started to take samples of the DNA and storing them into a huge, massive database. They then went on and built 3 underground bunkers where they stored these databases. So their hope was that one day humanity will find these bunkers, they will uncover all the stored DNA, and they will be able to restore the planet to its former glory. One of these bunkers, unfortunately, was completely wiped when during the nuclear war. Like a bunch of nukes fell on it and just completely blasted. One bunker, well, it didn't get wiped, but unfortunately the database inside it got degraded to the point where the data was completely unreadable. So yeah, the scientists didn't really think about that. They thought that humanity wouldn't take a fucking century to, well, get its act together. They weren't expecting the databases and the bunkers to survive that long. But one, luckily, did survive, completely intact with only minimal degradation to the data. And when humanity found that, well, let's just say it gave us something we desperately needed. It gave us a hope for the future. Hope that we can actually start living instead of only surviving. And yeah, from that data, we started to slowly clone the biosphere back to life. Plants, animals, bacteria, even things like viruses and parasites, because, well, they are part of nature. They are required. They are needed. Everything is important. So we cloned and put everything together. It took us nearly another century, but with the resources of our entire solar system at our disposal, we pretty much managed to restore Earth to what it was. However, this also did change humanity. Like, we needed that low. We needed to be kicked in the gut and left on the side of the curb. We desperately needed that because otherwise we wouldn't learn. We had to learn that greed just isn't the way. We had to be selfless. We had to look out for each other. We had to look out for our planet. We had that 150 years where humanity was basically just reduced to almost nothing and left completely hopeless. Like, we needed that. So now where the planet was restored and humanity was walking the earth again, we were a better species. We were better people. Like, money, like, I know this is gonna sound Star Trek-y like, but yeah, after all of that, money just became completely pointless. Like I said, we have the resources of our entire solar system at our disposal. What was there to pay for? Everyone basically had a job. You could choose anything you wanted to be. Well, there are some. There's a little bit of talent involved, but yeah, everyone was put to work not just because they wanted to, because, well, they had to. You went to work, you did your job, you made the world a little bit of better place than it was yesterday, and you went home. Your family, took them on vacations, and you didn't have to worry about, well, you didn't have to worry about money. And people were starting to, well, be happy. They were enjoying life, enjoying their new lives. And we were also starting to look forward to other stars. We were like, we only scratched the surface of the resources of our own solar system, but humanity always had that exploration, thirst for exploration, to know what's beyond the horizon. And yeah, so we set our sights on other stars. But of course, for that we had to figure out space travel. Now, this is kind of the part of the lore that I haven't completely fleshed out yet, because I know what kind of an FTL drive I want humanity to use later on, but during this point I'm not really sure if I should say that we use generation ships to like get to their planets, other solar systems, or maybe like a primitive warp drive. Again, like Star Trek, but warp drive is it's a real thing. Like, look it up. It is a real thing. It's completely impossible for us at the current moment, but it is a real thing. Yeah, that's kind of the part of the role that lore, if I can remember how to speak. That's kind of part of the lore that I haven't figured out yet, but I'll get to it at some point. So yeah, we started to travel to other stars, started to find planets that would support human life. But what we did find was that these planets were usually like smaller than Earth. Lower gravity, much fair environment. Like there weren't so like massive storms and huge gusts of wind. Earthquakes were also more mild. Like these planets seemed like a paradise compared to Earth. Well, they, if someone hears this and knows what I'm talking about, you'll know. Sorry about that. I swear I saw a shadow at the corner of my eye. No, I'm alone. Just me and my dog. Hello, Aries. How are you? How are you, little paparini? But yeah, back to the lore. Yeah, I'm basically drawing inspiration from HFY stories from the internet. HFY stands for Humanity Fuck Yeah. It's a kind of like Warhammer 40k, but without the giant suits and super soldiers and the complete like insanity of that version of humanity. Those are basically the stories I'm drawing inspiration from, where humanity is basically comes from a death world. A world that most species wouldn't be able to survive on because either the environment's too chaotic, or the gravity's too great for them, or our like basic chemical composition of the atmosphere and everything just is not compatible with them. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of those stories. Stories like, oh, what is it? The Fall, the Why Humans Avoid War, Heirs of Humanity. Oh, that one was good. These stories basically paint humanity in a picture where we are completely overpowered. Or, if not overpowered, we, like in the story Heirs of Humanity, humanity was basically being wiped out by, they called it an unmaker plague. There was no cure, there was no hope of survival. So, what does humanity do? Well, they basically say, fuck you, and they created their heirs. One were a mechanical race, and one was a race of apes. We uplifted our apes, gave them sentience, intelligence, and as humanity died, our heirs basically picked up the torch and carried on the hopes and dreams of humanity. Yeah, those are kind of the stories I draw inspiration from. And there's also one more area I'm gonna draw a little bit of inspiration from, and that's going to be the SCP universe. As later on in my lore, it's going to be revealed that the galaxy is basically not exactly full. There's only like a few of them, but it's basically being ruled by gods. These are not like gods of magic, or well, that does seem like magic, that they're able to bend reality to their will, to create anything and everything. It does seem like magic, but well, it is based in, well, I'm gonna say it's based in science, not our science, just this made-up universe science. They're basically creatures that are able to tap into a alternate, into a parallel universe where the laws of physics are a bit different. And because of that, they are capable to use those laws and rules to alter our universe and appear as gods. And, well, basically enslave the entire galaxy. Okay, that's kind of the inspiration from the SCP that I'm drawing on, from the SCP universe a little bit. And yeah, one such god is gonna come into human territory, conquer us, make us their slaves. At that point, humanity has like 20 colonies at that point. No, not 20, like 19 colonies plus Earth. That's like 20 planets and 20 star systems under their control. And yeah, one aspect of humanity that never died out was our militaristic nature. Like, even we were basically in an era like 200 or 300 years of complete peace. Like, there was never a conflict. Like, we always solved everything through diplomacy and just compromise. This is not the case that our colonies basically wanted to be separate from Earth. No. We all work together. We were one people, one species, one united government. But yeah, we did keep our militaristic nature, like, of course we did. Like, tens of thousands of years of war and conflict, that's gonna basically be etched into your genes. So yeah, we had a big military, a lot of massive fleets, but well, our technology in that regard did kind of stagnate. Hang on a second. Okay, I'm back. I swear I'm not going crazy. I swear I heard someone knocking on my door. First shadows, now knocking. Maybe I'm going crazy. Who knows? But yeah, back to like the lore. What was that? Oh yeah, our technology. While we did make technological advancements, we did kind of stagnate in that regard. We were progressing rather slow because, well, we didn't have a need to progress fast. We had everything. We had colonies, we had ships, we had pretty much infinite resources. Like, what was even the point of progressing more and more? Like, we were content, we were happy. Yeah, that did kind of that came to bite us in the ass. Maybe I'll stop talking about the lore around this point. I'll save the rest for a future stream. You know, actually, it's actually nice to just talk. Again, in my previous streams, I just jumped right into a game, and I just basically interacted with the game and just commented a little bit over it. But this is actually kind of nice to just sit here and talk. I do wish I wish I had someone to talk to, but well, can't expect to have an audience this early. But I do hope I do wish I had, because that's kind of part of the reason why I started streaming. I just want people to talk to, and I know I have my friends at work, I have my wife, but I would like to gather up like a community of people that have kind of the same interests as me. Because my wife, while she is a gamer, she plays like, my god, what is it, like Stardew Valley and things like that. She isn't like into games that I like, or really shows that I like, movies and stuff like that. Like she will watch them. She's not going to be like passionate about them, want to talk about them. And things like science, yeah, that is like, that goes completely over her head. Like if I try to explain like dimensions, like first, second, third, fourth, things like that, like my gosh, thermodynamics, quantum physics and things like that. If I ever try to like somewhat explain it to her, her head is just going to start sizzling and exploding. Like she's not going to get anything. So I would like to gather a community that, well, basically like to chat about those things. Because I am a not a huge, but I'm a nice science. Nice. Oh my god. If words could just come to my mind. I am a fan of science. I'm a science geek. Just kind of why my future character and like the lore surrounding him is going to be, it's going to be very sciencey. Actually have to start to sketch out my character, because, well, when I do finally commission an artist, it would be nice if they had some kind of a baseline to work from. And that is actually something that other VTubers recommend. Even if you're not an artist, if you're bad at drawing, just sketch something out. Like, put your vision onto paper, even a little bit, to give to give the artist something to go on, a starting point, baseline. My God, this is just such a chill stream. I'm just sitting here talking to a mic about something I'm passionate about, and I'm just petting my dog. Hello, Aries. Hello, Baba. How are you? Yes. Yes, she loves to nibble on my fingers. I have absolutely no idea why. But yeah, my hand is basically just hanging from my chair, and she's just munching on my hand. She's very gentle. It's not like she's hurting me. Yes, Baba, I'm talking about you. Oop. Okay, enough. My hand is completely wet. Yeah. Ew. Have to go and wash it later. There's something else I wanted to talk about. Not really. I just wanted to have like a stream where I just talk. Maybe I'll fire up Project Wingman and do 1 or 2 missions. Yeah, well, I pretty much just wanted to show off, well, first of all, my new emotes. Because of course they're basically stock emotes that come with V Magic Mirror, but still, it helps me to interact more. I also wanted to show off my new mic settings, my new music. And just talk. Actually, I'm kind of surprised how refreshing this is. Like you might think that talking to yourself is kind of weird, but well, if you're starting to stream, that's basically what you're going to be doing for weeks and months. You're going to be talking to yourself, and you have to get used to that. You can't just be sitting in front of your camera or on your microphone, just being silent and playing a game. You have to talk. You have to talk about, well, anything and everything. Anything you want. Just make yourself seem entertaining. Because if people just go see your stream and you're just staring blankly at the screen, playing a game, like, what's the point of them staying? And they're not going to chat you, interact with you. They're just gonna watch someone else who's more entertaining. Yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about. I do love this music. Fat Rat is just an amazing artist. Like he puts like the top paying artists in the world to shame. His music is amazing. All right, maybe I'm going to fire up Project Wingman, because, well, after hours and hours of tweaking the sounds, now my microphone shouldn't pick up my controller, even when it's like up on my desk, which is a more comfortable position for me. Like having it under the desk wasn't very comfortable. Yeah, I shouldn't be picking it up. Hang on. Sound test. Yeah, it is not picking it up. At least I can't see it like spiking on OBS. Like then there was absolutely no indication that it was picking up my controller. Magic Mirror is picking it up because it is more sensitive. I haven't tweaked the sensitivity there, but yeah, my microphone isn't picking it up. It probably will. Well, not probably. I tested it before. It is going to pick up when I'm speaking, like now. Yeah, you can hear it in the background. But yeah, if I'm not speaking, then I'm good. Finally good. I finally figured it out. Oh, I watched the guide on how to do it. That's, I mean, what else am I gonna do? Spend days and weeks sifting through all the all the options in OBS, and it's not just OBS. I actually downloaded plugins for OBS that gave me more control over the sounds and my microphone's settings. We had like there are so many plugins. Like your head's gonna hurt. Like if you're using OBS and want to get better sound settings, just watch a guide. That is the best advice I can give you. Just watch a guide. Don't go into this blind. Oh. My mouse. Did I see it before? I don't think I did. Huh, this is weird. Okay. Oh, that's just... guess I'll put it here. Super visible. But yeah. Just watch a guide, because the settings can become like overwhelming. Like if your passion isn't sound design, then you are not going to understand, I was going to say half of it, but you're not going to understand like 90% of it. You will have absolutely no idea what it does or what it means. So spare yourself a lot of headache, a lot of time, and just watch a guide. But yeah, guess I'll stop the music and I'll fire up Project Wingman for, well, do like 1 or 2 missions, not many. Just wanted to chat a bit. Even in, like I said, even if I have no one to chat to, but one day I will. I'm not. This is the kind of mindset you need to have. You can't be hoping that one day you will have an audience. You must be certain. I will have an audience one day. And I will. I'm sure of it. And that is going to be a much more fun time when I actually have people to talk to. And an actual proper avatar. A model, a VTuber model. Like, oh, I cannot wait to finally commission someone to make a model for me. Like it is not going to be super fancy. Like I don't have thousands and thousands to just throw at an artist to make the most amazing model anyone has ever seen. But yeah, haven't actually checked what the artists take for their commissions, but I'm like pretty sure that I can get a decent model made for like 400 or 500. Not great, not amazing, but decent. Okay. Enough stalling. Let me fire up the game. Not Daisy. Actually, I don't think I'll be streaming tomorrow. Actually, no, I will be streaming tomorrow. Because I will be playing Daisy after my stream. With a friend. But yeah, that's basically going to be later on in the day. So before that happens, I'm going to stream. What the fuck just happened? Whoa. I'm sorry? Why? Why did that happen? Okay. Get down here, you little rascal. Like that. Maybe like that. Yeah, that seems fine. Oh. Let me turn the music off. And let me turn on the game sounds. Oh yeah. And I'm just gonna do like 1 or 2 missions because it is night here. And I still haven't eaten dinner and I want to go to bed after this.
For the Independence Force. Entire front lines have either fallen or been abandoned by Federation troops in Cascadia. The amount of defectors and prisoners are skyrocketing with each subsequent win. We've now almost taken back every geothermal facility and key strategic point outside of our nation's urban centers. Your mission today, Hitman, make sure that the countryside will return to its rightful owners, the Cascadian people. I will be rejoining the main offensive lines in the meantime. However, I will link back up with you when the time to take Presidia is nigh.
Grimwood Coast is among one of the last of the Federation-occupied zones in the Cascadian countryside, it being a delta which a mass amount of retreating Federation manpower and equipment are exfiling through. With many falling back to Presidia through here, it is imperative that we take control of the area to prevent further manpower and firepower from retreating. The Federation is on its last legs in this region, so they've been setting fires to block our advances. Our reformed firefighting corps have been running water drops for the last 72 hours, but unfortunately the wildfires have not gone out. We cannot afford to wait any longer. Hitman team, you will provide CAS to ground forces, moving through and taking out the last of the Federation in this area, preventing it to be used as a rally point for their forces. Due to all the smoke, expect ground level visibility to be low. The terrain is dangerously deceptive.
I'm on it. Yeah, I think I'll just fly this one mission. After this, it's basically the is it after this the Prospero mission? It might be. I don't know. I don't remember, but yeah, I'll just fly this one mission. It's like I said, it is night here, and I just want to eat, watch a vid, and go to bed. It's been a long day of Quickly just setting everything up. Launch. Alright.
The battle is well underway. Engage at will. This is 5 Brigade Rainbow. Captain Sykes speaking. We thought the war was in the frickin' bag when they reorganized our brigade. But I guess not.
Oh no.
We can't let this entire grid burn down. Captain Sykes, we're predisposed on combat orders.
We're going, Galaxy. Task is on it.
Shit, really, Nick? Alright, your call, Hitman. Designating AA defenses and other threats to the firefighters.
I couldn't have been able to do that in another plane.
Sykes out.
Like, no way in hell I would have been able to do that in another plane.
Choppers and planes trying to put out the fires. We have to buy time for our evacuation. I've got missiles on me. Lock. You're in gun range. I'm dumping my tanks on phase line Bravo. Someone get on the hull with the troops and tell them to pull back, or else they're gonna drown when they stand. Bandits right on me!
God, what are these idiots doing? Are they desperate enough to just light this world on fire again?
Nails, nails, nails. Going for a missile launch. Ground unit knocked out. Shooting down firefighters. I don't know about this.
Goodbye.
Only cover. If you don't,
Whoa.
this will push right through. You want that blood on your hands? God damn it. Launch missile. Radar lock. Take him down. On the defensive. This is General Elizabeth to all units on the SNIT.
I did promise that we would fire railguns.
Smoke rises in hell if we're gonna let the feds get away. Is it me or am I smelling the smoke in my cockpit? This is Mercenary AX Galaxy Walcon. Highly advised we work in tandem with the firefighting aircraft. They can't drop fire suppressants if they're right on top of our troops.
They're not interested in listening, Galaxy.
Don't say I didn't try then. If they want to get up and eat, be my guest. We're still paid by the target.
Hey you, stop it.
Cover the evacuation choppers. What's our ROE for choppers that are clearly evacuating material and manpower? Open season. Holy glue!
Oh. Maybe next time I'll try mercenary difficulty, because this is a bit too easy.
Damn that crown. He turned the war in their favor. Just one pilot? You're crazy. He's always there when something happens. How else?
Yup. Don't crash.
Missile away. With our air support, we can't lose. I got good time. How do they want us to run and fight at the same time?
Oh, we're done? I guess we're done.
Elizabeth to air support. Hitman, is that you? One and only. The firefighting aircraft should be fine. We need you to retask to forward air support. I know what happens when Monarch's in my tech. Hitman team, I'm highlighting new targets. The more you take care of from the air, the less the ground forces will have to deal with. Monarch, give them what they want.
I'm on it.
Just focus on what's ahead of us. The firefighters can drop water on us for all I care. Engaging. Ground asset destroyed. Done. we can on these evac trucks. Some of the wounded are saying leave them behind. There are better chances with the reps. I don't think so. We'll get him on board. I've got an angle.
Yeah, you should have left them.
They know this territory best. That goes for all the rebels.
Because now you just painted a target on yourselves.
Damn that mercenary for turning the tide in their favor.
Fuck off, railgun. What the hell? Oh. Yeah, that would...
Just surrender already, damn it.
You really don't like me, huh? Oh, fucking hell.
Ground asset destroyed. Plane damaged. Merging. Missile is tracking. Positive hit. He's going down. Going defensive. Monarch, you've got a good lock. Ground asset knocked out.
I'm surprised nothing is targeting me. Usually every aircraft would be on my ass. But no, not this time.
Light him up.
I guess I've scared them into submission.
Hitman 1, splash 1.
Goodbye. Boom. Come on. Come this way. Oh, this is not fair. And that's all, right?
God damn it. It's over. All units, strike your colors. Throw down your arms. We surrender. I've got
Good,
eyes on
finally.
Federation troops popping flares and flags. Disengaging. Took them long enough. Nobody needs to die. Not when this war is about to be over. All calls
Yeah, about that.
standing down in this AO. Rally prisoners, grab their equipment. Hopefully the rest of their comrades nationwide will do the same eventually. Hitman team, rally back at base. We're done here. I'm gonna have to take a dip in the lake to get this damn smoke out of my hair. I've never seen the Federation just fall apart like that.
All this fire. It was all for nothing then. I'm not a tree hugger, but I grew up around woods like these. Damn shame.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Like, humanity is fucked. Just starting forest fires for basically nothing. Huh.
Federation forces have folded in the region. The majority of those that escaped today have been rallying back at their in-country headquarters. Prospero. Independence Force units are reorganizing for an attack on the Trade City as practice for the invasion of Presidia. You're on call, Hitman Team. Be ready.
Yeah, the next mission is Prospero. That is kind of a tipping point mission, so I'm not going to do it. Oh yeah, that will be all for the game. I did say I'm just going to play one mission. Yeah. Hello. Hi. But yeah, this is where I'll be ending the stream. I just wanted to chat a bit, talk into the air for now, but yeah, I'm sure that one day eventually I'll actually talk to people. I'll have an audience. But yeah, that'll be all for today. I'll be seeing you all tomorrow. Oh, I need to get used to like saying things like that. Even if no one's watching, I need to start get used to saying things like that, and maybe doing like a introduction at the start of every stream. Yeah, I guess that I'll sleep on that and figure something out. But yeah, if anyone does end up watching this, thank you for watching, and I hope I've managed to entertain you a little bit and captivate you enough for you to come back again. That'll be all for today. Goodbye.